Please.
All right.
I don't have a
We are
fucking
live.
jersey.
Oh
I do
shit,
have
Flea.
a
I should have worn my LeBron jersey, bro.
It was just sitting there because I wore it
fucking.
yesterday.
We're playing basketball over Skype.
Bro.
I don't know
Yo,
why.
pass me right here, yo.
There we go, brother. All right. Why is this like this? Hello. Okay, I think we're good. All right. Hello and welcome back to Round 11 Podcast. This is episode 4. We're going to be discussing Rostermania, retalking CWL Fort Worth. How's everybody doing?
Doing great, Rob. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right, brother.
Thanks for having me on here.
Oh, no problem.
always.
Anytime, Lamb.
Well, it's too late for me to take this on. So.
Okay, so we got Trey Young and LeBron on the podcast. So, Carl, Flea, how you guys doing, bro?
Doing well.
Doing great.
Doing well. All right.
I would have been doing better if the Lakers would have won yesterday, but Kyrie's the beast.
Yeah, Kyrie's Kyrie was cooking.
Soccer was
But, I
on
mean,
the
this isn't
street.
a basketball podcast. So, all right. Without further ado, I guess we'll just get started. Couple for the first things we want to go over is big one. Facento retired. He's had a pretty good career overall. Second at AW champs, third at Black Ops 3 champs, and then he got first place at IW Vegas with the MVP there. Facento's been around. I mean, he had his come up there in AW, so I mean he was a good player overall. But yeah, he's gonna be missed. Hopefully, he gets something on the analyst desk or maybe a coaching role. I don't know if I don't know what he has in plans for the future. I know he said he wants to stick with esports, but what that entails, I'm not entirely sure. And then also, I don't know how many people even know who Denza is. Denza is a French player. He actually announced his retirement. He played for Vitality, Brash, Movistar Riders. Those are kind of the big three. He won a couple European events, smaller ones. Never won an open major over on the States, or just kind of any open major in general. But I mean, if you've been around Call of Duty for a while, you know who Denza is. So those were kind of the first two. I don't know if you guys have any kind of thoughts on Facento retiring. I know probably nobody has thoughts about Denza. I don't know how much you guys pay attention to that sort of thing.
Facento's coming back.
You think?
Yeah, I think he's just hitting his card out.
Next year, bro.
Everyone comes.
He'll be back. For sure.
Like a high chance
High
they come
chance.
back next year.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Put Zimnatic back in the game. Facento's coming back.
hey, you get Jetpack's back. He's cooking, bro. He's getting back to MVP form. But yeah, those ones. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he comes back during MW4. I personally doubt it. Hopefully he gets something on the analyst desk or even a coaching role. I think he should be in esports for a while, especially because he lives in the Oak Boys house, right, with JCap, Enable, and Mud Dog or something like that. Or is Enable even in that house?
I have no
Wow.
idea, but I know he's in LA, and it's really nice in there.
Yeah, Facento's been hanging out. I don't know. Maybe he does something for 100 Thieves, because I know he's been at a couple of their parties, their get-togethers, stuff like that. So who knows? All right, but I mean, those are kind of the two people that retired we want to talk about. This episode probably going to be a bit shorter, not nearly as much to talk about without the Pro League going on. We're still going to be discussing a little bit, Fort Worth roster changes, so it won't be too entirely short, but probably shorter than usual. So the first big change that we want to discuss is Attach, going to be replacing Facento on EG. Lamb, I kind of want to get your thoughts on this, bro. I don't know if you think Attach is the right move or if you think it's really going to make much of a difference.
To me personally, let's look at the roster for Evil Geniuses. Right, we got Goonjar Royalty, fellow exotic and Attach. I feel like that duo of exotic and Attach is gonna be I just don't feel like they can be a top team with this roster.
Okay.
I just that gut feeling.
Yeah, I feel like their problem was way more than a one-person change. So, and then 1-6.
Totally
Whatever.
agree with that.
Nah, they definitely got better, bro. 100%.
Agree.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like the difference is like it's crazy. It's not crazy at all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they definitely got better. not by much. I mean, I saw some guy on Reddit. I was reading it earlier. He was talking about how in the short term, yeah, the attach move, or at least to him, and I agreed with it, that the attach move, the 1-for-1 swap, it might help them in the league a little bit as far as short term winning a couple more matches. But in the grand scheme of things, he's not. I mean, at least in my opinion, man, attach. I mean, he didn't qualify for the league with FaZe. I don't know that he's gonna really even do much for EG, especially 1 in 6. You replace one person. I don't know how you figure it's gonna be a complete turnaround.
I don't know.
They're
The
2
real
and 5
question
now,
is he
bro.
wearing a FaZe jersey in the Pro League or is he wearing an EG jersey?
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
is
he's
on
wearing
loan.
So it's Priester. Priester wears a Thieves jersey.
He's
Oh,
not
my
a
Skype
sub.
just crashed.
I don't know. I don't see your face. Your face
Yeah,
is
my
frozen,
Skype
but
just
Yeah, you're
we can still hear
Oh,
you.
you're
So I
still-
mean, you can keep talking just while you work on that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Attached EG, that's gonna be a weird one to watch. It's gonna be absolutely. I mean, if he does wear an EG jersey, it's gonna be insane to see him in a not
Yeah.
FaZe jersey.
Yeah.
And one thing I kind of want to keep an eye out too is at Fort Worth, if he's wearing a FaZe jersey, then I feel like he's gonna stick with FaZe. But if he's not wearing a FaZe jersey, then that might be something we might want to read into. I'm not entirely sure. Yo, I gotta fix Carl's camera. Yeet.
I
Okay.
feel like the jersey that's worn at Fort Worth gonna be on FaZe next year, and who's not gonna be on FaZe next year?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Honestly, like it's gonna be weird. I don't know if he does wear an EG jersey, it's gonna be weird. But I don't know. I mean, we kind of all gave our thoughts there. I mean, we're kind of all in agreement that it's probably not. I mean, it's gonna make him a little better. Probably not a whole lot better though. Another one, next change that we predicted last week. Let me just put that out there. Last week on the podcast, we predicted Chino to E6. That ended up coming true. He's going to be replacing Cade heading into Fort Worth. Carl, I don't know if you got any thoughts on this one, man, because I know we got fried by Chino in that league match, bro.
Chino is a monster, bro. He's carrying them to top 6.
Okay.
Just off in Skype.
Okay.
Wait, hold
Chino's
on.
the goat.
You said top 6?
Yeah, bro. General's getting their shit together.
It's worth
Bro.
noting that with this change, I would imagine Chino's going to be moving over to the ICR, and General's going to be going from ICR to Maddox. So I don't know. I don't know if they figured dropping Cade was a pacing thing. I don't know how much. I don't know if they wanted General to get to the Maddox, and that's why they decided to drop Cade. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, the reasons that went by, but I mean, Flea. I don't know. You sound like you were gonna say something. I kind of
You
interrupted
said
you.
top 6. I feel like it's a top 8 full potential team with or without Chino. I feel like this Chino change it fixes probably a pacing issue,
Mm-hmm.
but one player changes don't really do much. Best player in the world, I guess.
Okay.
So I feel like they got better. Their team was playing at like 60%. They just achieved like 62%. Like
60,
I don't know.
62. Okay. Yeah, I mean
Potential,
Chino's a good player, bro, but I don't know if it's just this game that doesn't suit him. I don't know if this game's too fast for him, because I know obviously Chino's been kind of a more slow-paced AR. I mean, World War II, he was the FG. He was like, was he main AR, or he was flex for them, right? Back in that TK roster.
Yeah.
And then he ran main
Actually, it was
AR
their
on
main
like
AR.
Envy.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, Chino, I know he's been pretty vocal about wanting to run the main AR. So I mean, he'll definitely fit a bit more comfortably into this E6 team. But like we said before, I don't know that. Personally, I don't know if that's gonna help him all that much. So any closing thoughts on that one? Probably not.
happy for Chino.
Hat
Chino's been killing the streaming game.
facts.
Word.
He's been working, bro.
Props to Chino.
Now, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but I was like, Chino's the nicest guy in the Pro League. Now that statement is true. Because he's now in the Pro League. Okay. Alright, another one we're going to kind of move on to is Accelerate. Basically dropped their whole entire roster almost. So their new roster is going to be Skies, Emeruiz, Brack, Jet Li, Profizi. Flea, I don't know, man. I don't know if you think this roster is getting any better because I feel like this is just such a weird mishmash of players. Kind of want to get your thoughts there, bro.
It's a bunch of scraps of people who got dropped off in Rostermania and Accelerate just needed players. This is what this looks like.
Because that's just like a
Because I
disaster.
feel like
But that's a dangerous squad, bro.
this roster was made a week before the event. Makes sense. Like it's
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to lose, bro. You're dangerous. Dangerous when you ain't got nothing to lose. They have no expectations of him
That's true.
for this event, bro.
That's gotta probably
Like-
feel pretty decent. Especially like going from that midnight team that probably had some big expectations. Brack, Jet Li, they're probably gonna. I don't know, man. You never know. Brack has been frying. Brack was arguably their first or second best player over on midnight. So I mean, if he keeps that up, Emery's has always been solid. Skies is all right. Profizi was frying. I don't know, man. Could see some good stuff from them. I don't know.
I'm actually excited to see this new Accelerate roster. It looks like this roster looks like they can compete with the top teams. But honestly, this new EXG roster, I'd say they're a top 8 team.
Okay.
Looking at the roster,
So you're taking them. Hold up. So you're taking them top 8 potential, or right now they're top 8.
top 8 potential.
Okay. I just
okay.
want to clear
Okay,
that.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, 'cause that kind of threw me off, bro. I'm sitting there like, hold up. He's ranking them ahead of 8 other teams at least. I was like, no chance, bro. Okay.
I feel like Accelerate only made this change because they were scared of losing a league spot, so they just picked up everybody.
Honestly, bro, with how they ran that, the whole situation was just terrible. And you know, I don't hate what you just said. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me, bro. Okay. Any I mean, EXG. I mean, personally, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know too much about any of these players besides like Ruiz, man. Like Profizi, I guess a little bit, but like everybody else, Skies started to come up toward the end of last year. Brack, Jet Li, I literally have never heard of them up until this year. So, I mean, we've had a short sample size. I guess we'll just kind of have to see how they do going into Fort Worth.
I can say this though, there's no way you can get worse if you Accelerate.
That's true.
There is no way.
There is no way.
So.
Okay.
I mean, let's see drop Brack.
Yeah, honestly, Brack, in my opinion, Brack's the best player on that team now.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I mean, if you think about it, he was the top 2 player on Midnight. He's easily the best player on Accelerate now. So I don't know if that. Maybe it's a teamwork thing because obviously, if he's the best player on Midnight and they're frying, he has the possibility of being the best player on EXG, and they could still be a decent team if they work well together. I don't know. Literally no sample size to go off of with this team, unfortunately. So
You just gotta see how they perform.
yep.
I think they will, bro. I think they surprise some people.
All right, Carl, I'm gonna hold you to that. All right. Next change we got was UYU. What's up?
We skipped midnight.
Oh, we did skip midnight. I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. So, good catch, Lambo. So the new midnight roster, after that whole ridiculous situation went down, CEO blocked all their players on Twitter. They were talking about not getting paid, trying to drop the whole roster. MLG told them, no, you can't drop the whole roster. After that, or they something about the whole, they're, not paying the players, all that. But so then after that, the new midnight roster is Parasite, Lacefield, Blast, Saints, and Llama God. And honestly, I saw another comment on Reddit earlier that I was reading that Midnight's potential went from top 4 at almost said Vegas at CWL Fort Worth to their top 12 team, because if you look at all these players, bro, individually in your mind you're thinking, all right, these guys they're all pretty good, but these are the players that are always placing top 8, top 12, and it doesn't change. Like
Top 6 best.
So I'm saying, like, who on this team has placed well in any of the last like fucking 4 events?
Oh, I was supposed to say Fort Cods, put Saints in there, but
Yeah, Saints and IW, I guess, but like
I
what else?
guess.
like sense to me.
It really didn't.
Llama
I mean,
God is a fryer. I wonder how Llama God and Parasite it's gonna play out. Parasite probably gonna be running more of Maddox.
didn't they team before? Oh, never mind.
Mhm.
I thought you were gonna say some
Uh,
I mean,
Blast is obviously gonna be running other Maddox, and Saints and Lace has a CWL. I mean, like this roster is not.
it's not horrible. I mean, on paper, it's
No.
not horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not bad, but that old Midnight I felt like they had more potential, but and we can't see it anymore. Can't see what their potential is like against like.
they didn't even play a major yet.
Exactly. I wanted to see them play it for.
We never played a major together, and we're never gonna see it happen.
Facts, bro. Because I know Brian Saint tweeted out that Midnight is probably gonna go down as the biggest what if in COD history.
Exactly.
Because you
It's
never
actually
know, bro.
facts.
It sucks because well, I better.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And it sucks because the players couldn't do anything about it. It's all the Midnight owners.
Yeah.
They decided to change. Yeah, so I mean,
Midnight and Accelerated just terribly ran. I know Reedy was talking about before the PLQ, or PL, yeah, PLQ, that his team was actually going to sign with Midnight. They were in talks to sign with Midnight, but he said this whole situation was so sketchy and I don't know, some sort of weird, like they didn't want to sign the contract because they had some sort of weird clauses in it or something. But I mean, they didn't go with Midnight, and I guess that I mean, if Reedy's team went with Midnight, bro, they wouldn't even be in the league. Because Reedy's team got smoked at the PLQ.
Reedy is something else.
Reedy is, I feel like Reedy is almost like, God, he's almost like I don't remember who it was, but he tries to come off, like he seems like an alright dude, but he's very
Just
blunt.
comes out like as a villain.
He's
like,
very blunt, bro.
like-
He tells it how it is, so you gotta kind of respect him in that aspect at least. But,
yeah.
Aches,
Whatever though.
Aches 16 hours ago tweeted out, Blastful has acquired a pro league spot 2 years in a row after failing to qualify. Color me impressed. I thought that was pure comedy because
I thought that was. I actually laughed at that.
that's the
Blast is a
truth.
beast
That
online.
was funny.
Yeah, that's what Formal was saying, that Blastful Online has, like, Blastful has literally like so much fucking potential in COD, but he said that he feels like Formal said that he feels like Blast just gets nervous on land. So I don't know, man. He's getting the gas from Formal. He must. I mean, obviously he's got talent. I mean, he does well online. It's just it might just be that he gets nervous on land, bro. I don't know.
It's only his like second COD playing
True.
professionally, so I mean he has a lot of time.
That's true. That is very, very, very true. So I mean, back to the Midnight thing. I mean, Lacefield, in my opinion, like going into coming out of the PLQ, he was a top 5 sub in the game. Parasite's pretty consistent. I feel like you know what you're always going to get from Parasite. Blast, good potential. Saints is a vet, but I feel like in recent couple years he hasn't really played up to his potential. You know he can. Then Llama God obviously kind of coming back into the scene. He's been around, but not really toward that top upper
Yeah, his
echelon
name just wasn't
teams.
up there.
So, I mean, overall we're feeling pretty good
Carl?
about this team. Carl, you there, bro?
I am having some issues.
Your Skype, yeah, I see your Skype's frozen. I just realized I was like, he's sitting still for a while. Some fucking discipline. So yeah, I mean, overall, I don't know, dude. I don't know how to feel about this Midnight change. I think it sucks for the original Midnight team, but I mean, I guess it's good.
And they all got on teams. It's just that. I
yeah,
feel like
but
they got on teams that are worse than that.
yo, another thing worth
And-
noting. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I said all of them got on teams that were worse than the old team, except for one player. We're gonna talk about that too.
Okay. Worth noting
Uh,
that entering after Fort Worth, when we go back to the league, Parasite, Lace, Blast, Saints, and Llama God. 4 of those players didn't qualify for the league, but this team, those players coming into this team, are going to start off the next weeks with a 5-2 record after not playing a single
Yeah.
match. Is that not mind-boggling to you?
that Yeah.
And Brack, who had a 5-2, 5-2 record.
It's insane to me. They literally they don't qualify. They come into the league off of I don't know, dude. I'm thinking Parasite's throwing some money at somebody to get on this team, bro. Either that or I don't know, dude. But like it's just mind blowing to me. I think that's ridiculously unfair. I think it's a stupid
Yeah,
system.
for real.
But
Didn't qualify for the league.
right.
Comes in with the top 2 spot.
Wait, they're third.
The third?
Grip.
Oh, top 3 spot.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a bit ridiculous. Carl, I know you're dealing with some issues, bro. But you got any thoughts on that one on midnight?
We're back. Parasite. I don't know, man. I mean, Midnight earned they earned everything that they got, and it's kind of scummy. I talked about this last week as well. It kind of sucks. The players don't have any power.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to have that if you want franchising. Owners are going to want ultimate power, stuff like that.
Yep.
But I definitely don't think that the players that are on Midnight now deserve to be where they are at all.
100% agree. Actually. 100% agree. I mean, it may be.
Just leave the people who make the league in the league.
Yeah.
If you don't make the league, you suck, bro. Come back next year.
What if you accelerate though?
But like this is absolutely the most fair system we've ever had entering like a POQ of any of the POQs. This is absolutely the most fair system. It's not even close.
If you don't make it, you just don't deserve
But
it, bro.
you have
Stop trying to.
Yeah.
You're just trying to make a team like. If you didn't deserve it then, you don't deserve it now.
Yeah.
But what if you accelerate though?
What do you mean?
And you're like teams like EG and shit.
I mean, sure you
And
can.
you're supposed to just stick it out and get shit on all year?
Well, I mean, they played well. They played better than other teams played
At the POQ.
at that one time, so they deserve to be there more. Like, if the other team was genuinely better than them, then they should have beat them at the POQ.
I'm with Carl on this one, bro.
It's not like
I mean,
it could be like individual issues. You know what I mean? Like accelerate.
I guess,
their team
but
was bad.
I just don't like the whole drop an entire roster, bro. Like Midnight was frying top competition.
yeah.
I don't like it either.
Players couldn't do anything about it.
I don't like it either. But Priesta was the best player in the POQ, so.
Sure. Yeah, honestly, man, it's like the system. It's fair, but it's also flawed, man. Like I feel like in order for it to be a little bit more fair, I feel like they should have kept the rule from previous games where, in previous CODs you had to keep 2 players, but in this game maybe you have to keep 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like the system itself is kind of. It could definitely have improvements. I figure obviously with franchising next year is probably going to be a bit more fair all around. It'll make a little bit more sense. There's a couple of road bumps along the way this year, just kind of getting ready for franchising, but I guess it's probably to be expected.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Carl and Flea, your guys' fucking. Hello. Yo, did Carl.
What's going on?
I think,
Yeah, bro, I don't know.
yo, Carl's mic Carl's fucking webcam yeeted, bro. Hold up, Flea. Oh shit, technical difficulties, bro.
I'm
Okay.
actually going through
Flea
it
is
right
back.
now, bro.
Carl is now the Skype logo.
But I'm gonna tell you what though, it's still better than the one nameless podcast with
Bro, no, that was the funniest podcast I've ever watched in my life. Every 5 seconds, it's just him going, "I'm eating you alive." Like, dude, that shit was comedy. Clayson was laughing, bro. That shit was comedy. I don't care. That wasn't annoying at all to me. That shit was comedy.
I was going through it.
All right, but any kind of closing thoughts on the new Midnight Squad?
They're getting smoked.
Okay.
Definitely
not
have some talent on there, but you won't catch me cheering for them.
I'm not saying this new roster sucks, but
Definite downgrade.
This potential of this roster just went from like up here to like damn, to like right there.
Okay.
Alright, there we go, bro. We're back.
That's in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. We went from here to here.
I'm just gonna
That's
keep
That's tough.
Carl's webcam like that.
I'm hurt.
Friars to
Okay,
the old roster.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
Here's a change I like, though.
Okay.
Here is a change I
So
like.
getting into the next
we go.
one, so for UYU, they made a couple changes. Drop spoof. They add Parzelian, who was coming over from Midnight Gaming, and their Midnight Esports, whatever the hell they're called. And then BZ is actually going to be coming over from Accelerate as their sub. So Flea, obviously, you said you like this change, so I kind of want to hear what your thoughts are, bro.
I think Parzillion is top 3 AR in the league.
Top 2.
Talented.
Top 3. I can
Maybe
agree.
top 2.
I can
He's
agree with that.
ridiculously talented.
He knows how to play that role.
He knows what he's
He
doing
plays
on
it
the match.
so right.
I feel like UIU made a great move. Like, whoever team picked up Barzillion was going to get an upgrade. But since UIU did it, I feel like they made a great move. And I think Barzillion is going to do great things with this team. Even though it's just one player, but I feel like that one player has such a huge impact.
Mm-hmm.
Respect.
Okay, so question on this move, because I mean maybe I'm forgetting somebody, bro, but I'm just gonna ask you a question out there real fast. Way too early Rookie of the Year prediction. Who we thinking? I mean, I know it's probably gonna be hard to remember everybody, but I mean, I don't know, dude. Parzellion's up there for me. I just kind of wanted to.
Barzillion is a go. Envoy's pretty good one.
Dashy.
Brucey, yeah, bro.
In the Pro League.
You good?
What?
You good, Lamb?
Wait, who? What team
You
was
team
that?
with Dougie
Oh, yeah,
Fresh.
he's not...
That doesn't count.
Mind blown.
BZ's really good. Really good.
Oh
one.
God, yeah, BZ.
He was
BZ.
playing
That's
last
it.
year. He didn't play in the Pro League.
I know.
Never
Chill.
mind. A BZ. That's what I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting a BZ.
I'm busy.
Okay.
Barzillion is disgusting, though, bro.
Envoy the Barzillion. That's a really good top.
I mean, if you're going off of purely, I mean, I guess that's such a small list that you're kind of just fucking. That's
You
just
throwing
kind of,
Envoy above Barzillion?
no.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just off numbers, Envoy obviously plays very different than Barzillion, but I feel like Envoy is like the fastest person on the map at all times, or second at least.
Lightweight too, bro.
He still finds a way to.
He got lightweight
get
too
out
on
of
his shoes,
situations.
bro.
Wait, UYU has Methods and Parzelian.
Yeah, Methods is gonna be using the Maddox.
Oh, okay.
It's a
I was
weird,
about to say.
it's a weird team, but I think Parzellion's. See, I don't know, dude, because Methods has like top 3. Oh God, not top 3. Hold up, I heard a stat, bro. I'm literally butchering this shit, but I swear to God, he has like a
top 10 in damage.
yeah, like top 10 in damage per minute or some shit like that. Like he's up there. I think he might be higher top 10. I think it was something like top 5, bro. He's up there with like a BZ. Fucking who else was? I forget who the list was, bro. But I promise you, Methods was up there, bro. So people saying that he just sits back, does nothing on the map, and that he's too slow, bro. His damage is saying otherwise.
And that's just a old style of thinking from my class here or something.
Yeah, I feel like
Like if you truly believe that, you're just not watching.
honestly, bro, that's another thing, bro. It's like people try to use. I think people try to use like stuff from previous years too much. Like they see a player like Methods, and they think, all right, he's been slow in previous CODs, so he must be slow in this game. Like you can change your play style. It's not hard, bro. It's not like basketball where you're fucking changing your jump shot and you gotta fucking refigure everything out. No, bro, you just run faster. You run more. That's all it takes.
That's all it is, bro. How are you slow? Just run faster.
It's just old Optic fans. It's just Optic fans saying that Methods is slow.
Roasting Optic fans. Good job, Flea.
Love him.
I'm hurt.
Carl's
costed me champs!
Carl's pissed, bro.
You needed to win one match!
Okay, hold up. First of all, Methods was one of the 4 players that actually stuck around at Champs to sign, so there better not be a single Optic fan that doesn't like Johnny Zinn. Because
What called the Johnny Zen?
Johnny
Mind
Zinn.
blown.
Zinni is top 3 funniest pros in the scene, bro. Not even debatable.
Jesus.
If your number one is Scraps, yeah.
Yeah, Scraps. It can't call Killa anymore, unfortunately. Killa's comedy.
Love.
All right. Any other thoughts on UIU? I don't know if you guys
They
think.
drop Spoof and pick up BZ as a sub. I feel like that shit was just petty. Like,
Yeah, they.
he's not gonna play anyway.
Right.
That's petty.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think for me UIU. I mean, that's another thing, kind of like EG. They get a little better, but I don't know how much a one person switch does. I just don't. I don't think some of these teams that make changes one for one. I don't think it's enough, bro. I mean, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are kind of on that.
I think it's enough, but I think they're the best team. Switch, like their switch made a bigger difference in E6 switch than EG switch,
I can agree with
in my
that.
opinion, and Gen V's.
Okay. I guess that's segue into our next change. Spacely is now out of Gen G's starting lineup. He's going to be getting replaced by Envoy for Midnight. Spacely, I mean, he tweeted out something about, Gen G is a great org. He has, it's nothing to do with the org. It was a player's decision to, get him out of there. But he seemed to be pretty high on Gen G. He's going to be looking for he was looking for a spot on a league team. But I don't think he's going to be playing in the amateur bracket this year because, I mean, he must be still getting paid from Gen G. It must be thoughts since your Skype was dying for like the one segment. So kind of go to you first on this one.
Might be the grimiest move I've ever seen in any competitive game of all time.
Want to elaborate a little bit?
The team is called Team Space. And you drop it, bro. He's going through it. If he wasn't getting paid, he would have trashed Gen G. I guarantee it. If he wasn't getting paid, he would trash them, and he would trash everybody on that roster.
I don't think you're wrong, bro. Because that's just the team really was called Team Space, bro, in the PLQ. I mean, obviously,
on everything.
He made it.
I didn't even think of it like that.
Yeah, and I mean, and even at God, I'm having a stroke. This is the first event of the year. Fucking Vegas, thank you. I was like losing the city. I wanted to say like Dallas, but I knew it wasn't Dallas. But at Vegas, bro, they were planning on going into that event with no org. But MLG, who actually owns the rights to Straight Rippin', basically said, all right, hey, we're going to let you represent Straight Rippin' for this one event. And so that way, obviously, I think they probably thought it looked more professional. That's why they represented Straight Rippin'. Otherwise, they would have been orgless going into that. And it would have been Team Space till they die up until Gen G signed them, bro. And then they got the best record in the Pro League, 6-1. I don't know why you... Maybe it's something internally, bro, but why? Because Spacely had like a .9 KD, which is not even close to the worst KD in the league. And then they switch him out, a week before Fort Worth. I don't understand it, man.
No, they're looking to improve their game one hard point, I guess. Like it's the only map they lose. So
True.
I just don't even know.
Hex paid him off, bro.
Hex paid him.
Man, Space is getting 100K this month, bro.
Hex was terrified of Gen G, so he had to pay him off. Is that what you're saying?
Envoy is better than Spacely, but like, why? Like this, that just wasn't needed.
Apparently they thought it was. They know something we don't, I guess, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Apparently.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
Alright, so any final thoughts on Gen G? Do we think they get better, worse, stay the same? How does that affect them in Fort Worth?
I feel like they the same. I feel like it's the same goddamn team.
Okay. Lamb?
I feel like their slaying power has definitely increased, but I mean, you gotta see how the chemistry works out for them.
Yeah.
I think Space is a much more intelligent player too. Like he probably brought a lot of leadership to that team. They're not gonna have now.
That's the big thing for me too, bro. It's like, I don't know, dude. Like I said before, I don't know anything that goes on like with the pros, but
Envoy is a very vocal leader.
He is?
but just joined. So yeah, I heard Envoy was the leader of Midnight as well.
Okay,
So.
that's what I was curious about, because Spacely was that vocal leader, bro. So I don't know.
It's crazy though. Like, we could have been saying this same thing with E United and Clayster. Had the same conversation with E United.
Yep. That whole United drama.
But it never happened because Genji lets the players decide, and United didn't.
Oh, I completely forgot. We gotta touch on that United situation, huh?
About it now,
Definitely.
because
Go for it.
Okay, yeah. So United. Okay, so there's this big drama going on with United. It was rumored they were gonna make a roster change. The rumored change originally was that Clayster was gonna be gone, and then it went to Pristini was gonna get dropped. Clayster originally started off by tweeting some stuff, talking about like how he's, after everything's over, he wants to talk and all that. And then after, I don't know if it was the same day after, whatever, Pristini started tweeting out some crazy stuff about how he was shocked and how he's like mind blown about the whole situation. And apparently the whole situation goes that the 4 players on the United went to United management and wanted to drop Clayster. They pretty much told them there's no chance. Clay is the face of the franchise, so there's absolutely no chance that they're going to drop him. And then this dude Pristini apparently called Burns a pussy. And I mean, Pristini's got a bit of a temper, it seems, but they apparently called Burns a pussy. And then
Punched a chair.
what's up?
Punched a chair.
He did punch a chair. Yo, Pristini's that guy, but he needs to chill out a little bit.
He needs to go to anger management, bro.
But alright, so after that, I mean, they told Pristini that he was on a line, that he was actually going to be the one getting replaced. I don't know if there was a rumor of who was going to replace him before. I mean, my guess it probably would have been Simp. I don't know. But after, the day, the twins' mom, Alec Arcides and Pristini's mom, told Pristini that they need to apologize. They're sorry for the situation. They forgave Pristini and ended up not making the roster change. So that's going to be a bit weird. The roster stays the same going into Fort Worth, but I kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on how everything's going to go, especially with that weird chemistry, after that whole situation.
They're broken,
I
bro.
play though.
I don't know, dude. That was my question.
That's just weird to me. We have leadership in Clay. He's not terrible. He's not the worst on the team by any means.
Okay.
He's got an ego, though, bro.
Yeah. See, that's the one thing. That's what I was thinking, bro. It's like when you're teaming with Clay has this mentality that he wants it to be his team. So if you're not doing something, he wants you to listen to him no matter what. I imagine the sniping every round on Search, even though he's getting smoked, is probably getting into it because that triggers anybody who watches it, I would imagine. But I don't know, man. It's like I don't. Okay, first of all, what were they expecting? There's no way they were actually expecting them to actually go forward with dropping him, right?
No chance.
Their face.
That's way different.
Yeah, but Clay's got a contract for like what, 2 more years,
Yeah.
3 more years.
I think it's this game and then through the next game.
I don't know, dude. I just don't even know what to think about that situation.
You don't sign a contract for that long expecting to drop a player, though. Like, you don't.
Honestly, bro, it's weird to me because like I don't know how the change would have went with Simp coming in, but I'm glad they didn't make a change. I don't know why you go from being arguably the second best team in the game to making a change. It had to be something internal.
Yeah, it'd be the ego, bro.
What?
Clay, who do you pick up?
Mine. Carl, you killed him. But
RC's is their menu, right? Or is it
yeah,
Clay?
RC's and Mania. But
Oh.
I mean, you drop Clay. My guess was they were going to probably go with. I mean, unless they had somebody else in mind, my guess they're probably going to go with Simp either way.
Pick
I don't
up
think so.
bars,
I
give
think you
him
drop
mania
Clay,
on.
you pick up Decimate.
Yeah, see, I don't even know, dude. That to me, that doesn't do anything for him. I don't know.
Drop Clay, pick
Well,
up
he's
Mania,
just-
take out your IGL.
That's a horrible move.
Okay,
I
so
feel like that's the move they wanted, though.
according to the COD burner, JCap was the one who started the whole "let's drop Clay" thing. Whether or not that's true, I mean, Codburner's been right, Codburner's been wrong about a few things. But that, according to Codburner, he didn't officially say it, but he was hinting toward that it was J-Cap. I mean, that it's a bit surprising. I don't know, dude. Cap.
That's your first ring, you bum.
Oh my God. Whoa, whoa.
Married you to the first ring. I want to hear this.
Oh, here we go. Fleas United bias is coming up.
Carry him to the first ring.
Not
Like a 1.3.
did.
Had the second highest KD in champs history.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole United situation. Not much more to it. Obviously, they didn't end up making the change, so nothing really changes for them going into Fort Worth. And then that's pretty much all the roster changes that went down. Unless I don't think I'm forgetting. Yeah, I'm not forgetting any. And then kind of quickly, don't want to touch on this too much, just because this is an amateur team, but these are players that have a few of them played in the league. Fastballer, Turn Up, Happy, Johnny, and Robbie B are going to be teaming under Aspire Esports going into the amateur bracket. I mean, like I said, I didn't want to touch on it too much because I don't know how many people really read into the whole amateur bracket scene. But I mean, I thought it was interesting that Fastball and Robbie B ended up, going from Accelerate
just about to say that.
team with each other on
Teaming with your replacement.
So
If they win the circuit, I bet you Accelerate is pissed. All I gotta say.
the crazy thing is, like, if you don't place like top 8 or some shit, like first place in the AM bracket tournament gets more than top 8 down or some shit in the pro bracket. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you're a team like, okay, it begs another question. Obviously, you're gonna salary in the pro league, but if you're one of the lower end teams like an Accelerate, I mean, obviously not EG because they're probably paying them pretty well. Like, do you think these players were considering just going to the amateur bracket if they know they can win that cash for sure? Because they can still go under an org, they can still get funding to go to these events. I mean, I don't know about a salary, but they gotta think they're going into that getting free cash if they know they can't place like top 8 at Fort Worth or any event really.
But at that point, you're playing for pride.
Right. You. That's what I was about to say, bro. Like, if you're playing at that level, you'd rather play with the best than play against shitters.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, also you got to think about with them going into franchising next year, you're going to want to be in the league regardless of what team you're on. I feel like that could be a part of why, even with the Midnight Disaster, I feel like that could be a big part of why those players, Parasite, Lace, Blast, Saints, ended up joining Midnight, even though it's a kind of a bad org from what it seems. But that might be why they joined, just because they wanted to kind of get their name in there for franchising next year.
Facts.
Okay, yeah, so I mean, as far as team changes goes, everything like that, that's kind of what we had. Now we're going to kind of rediscuss the CWL Fort Worth pools. Probably not going to go as in depth as we did last week, but I'm going to bring them up on the screen now. These are going to be your pools for Fort Worth. Pool A, Gen G, Heretics, UIU, Denial. Worth noting, Heretics and Denial stay the same. Gen G replaces Spacely with Envoy, and then UIU is going to add Parzellian to that lineup. So I don't know if that changes your guys' opinions on this. I know we pretty much last week said that I don't know if anybody flipped Heretics and Gen G, but I know for me at least, I had this group pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4 as it stood. I don't know if that changes for you guys at all with the team changes.
Got 1, 3, 2, 4.
1, 3, 2.
Wow.
Okay, that's just delusion.
I say 2, 1, 3, 4.
2, 1. Okay, yeah, I'm with Land, bro. I think it's Heretics, Gen G, UIU, Denial.
I feel like Heretics is really human. I don't know.
Carl, what you think, bro?
I
Heretics
think
didn't do anything in Vegas.
2, 1, 3, 4 as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that roster change is gonna. I think Gen G will be alright eventually, but I think the roster change could possibly slow them down just a little bit from their top form. Okay, so Pool B, we got 100T, Red Reserve, E6, Evil Geniuses, 100 Thieves and Red Reserve staying the same, E6 adding Chino in place of Cade, and then EG adding Attach in place of Vicento. So I don't know I mean, I don't know if you guys got any thoughts on this one. If that changes anything for you guys.
I think
1, 2, 3, 4 still.
just because I said earlier about Tino, bro, I'm gonna say E6 is second out of there.
Ooh. Okay, okay, so E6 is second. Who you replacing?
So 1, 3, 2, 4.
Okay.
Ah!
So you still think 100 Thieves takes that group pretty easily?
Yeah, they're on fire right now.
I heard
Lamb, what you thinking, bro?
me?
Yeah, you.
You're a clown.
I say 2, 1, 3, 4 Red Reserve 3 2s 100 Thieves.
Okay, so Red 100 Thieves, E6, EG.
Mhm.
Okay, well,
A lot of faith in Red.
I'm telling you right now, the only correct way that this pool is going to be seeded is going to go 100 Thieves, EG, Red, and Enigma 6. That's going to be how the pool plays out. EG is getting second in this pool. I know before I said.
Whoa.
I know I said before that the one person change isn't going to make them much better in the pro league. But last week I was talking about EG. These players are event players. Like, these players play better.
Gunjar's ass.
Gunjar's been having struggles for sure. But yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, I think EG makes a run. I mean, you go from having the player with the worst KD in the league to EG. I mean, obviously, Tad shouldn't make the league, but at the qualifier, he looked, all right. So I'm putting EG at second place. So Pool C, Midnight, Splice, LG, Accelerate. Midnight pretty much does a whole entire roster overhaul. Parasite, Lace, Blast, Saints going to be replacing the 4 from Accelerate with the addition of Llama God. Midnight with the addition of Llama God. Splice staying the same, Luminosity staying the same, and then the new Accelerate team is going to be Skies, Emery's, Brack, Jetly, Profizi, another complete overhaul. Last week I know we kind of ranked them. How you guys thinking this week for the pools? Carl, I'm going to start with you on this one.
All that these roster changes did was guarantee Luminosity second, bro. That's all that it did.
Second?
What?
Yeah, Splice is first, LG second, and then third and fourth, it don't even matter, bro. All that did was guarantee LG second place.
Carl?
Okay.
I love that. Flea, go ahead.
Okay, so LG 1, Splice 2, Midnight 3, Accelerate 4.
Okay.
No.
I think LG's
Accelerate doesn't win.
first.
I don't think Accelerate wins a single match.
I don't think so.
Jeez.
They'll win a map, bro, but I don't think they're winning a match.
It'll definitely be an S&D.
Lamb, are you talking or?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking.
Okay.
All right, I got 4 2 1 3.
Okay, what are the team names?
What?
Yeah.
Luminosity first, Splice second, Accelerate third, Midnight fourth.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay. Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that a little bit.
Better.
I mean,
That's right.
personally, man, I'm gonna go Luminosity, Splice, Midnight, Accelerate. I mean,
The only right answer.
yeah, I liked what Carl said. I like the conviction you said it with, bro. But I think we saw last week that Splice got a little worse, while Luminosity at the end of their week got a little better. So I think overall, I think that could show at the event.
Would have played Splice instead of United, LG would be top 3 at Vegas.
Okay.
Oh,
I can respect that.
All right. Pool D, last pool, United, Optic, Envy, Reciprocity.
Buddy made a change.
Nobody, I mean, from last week, we discussed that Dylan was replacing Dens, but, I mean, that's been confirmed for a little while now. So, I mean, obviously, I'd imagine nobody's stance on this pool is going to change at all.
Actually, United may go to 3rd because of this issue, and Envy may beat them. Like, they could lose to Envy. very possible.
See, I don't hate that, bro.
What if they do?
So the Clay situation and the Prestige situation, how like the chemistry is gonna just change completely. It's like
That's the real question. Are we gonna see them fight on main stage?
Rostini's not gonna hit a chair this time, bro.
Look, I don't think they have a chance after this situation. I don't think they have a chance of beating Optic, and then
I mean,
beat them. Like it's very possible.
they did. They 3-0'd them in the pro league while
I'm
everything was
talking about, like,
fine.
in a major, it's very possible. It's like Hook and Silly and Apathy like start shooting straight.
Honestly, you just need Apathy and Assault to wake up.
Honestly, dude,
They
United.
can do whatever he wants on them.
Yeah.
I say United gets third in this pool, and they lose 3-1 each to Envy and OG.
Okay, Carl.
Oh, 3-1. I would say, I mean, I understand about the like the chemistry, but I mean, you got to think that they've talked it through, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know they did say that they had a big team discussion after everything went down.
I mean, when Clayster feels pressure, he's frying, bro.
True.
Like, don't forget about the denial team, bro. When people were counting him out, teammates are dogging him.
I feel like Clay plays better when
Dude
everybody
comes
counts
out. And, yeah, exactly. So, like, he's going to come out to this event and prove to his whole team why he's on the team and why he's the face of E6. I mean, United.
E6.
I wish, bro.
All right.
Clay and Chino.
Clay and Chino on E6. Oh, jeez.
In general, don't forget the god.
The big three to rival
Yeah.
Optic's big three, I guess.
18 on payload. I mean, but my predictions: Optics guaranteed first, and second can honestly go to Envy or EU.
Yeah, I don't.
You know?
I'm kind of with you guys on this one. I don't know if I count United out second yet, but if I put my money on it, bro, I don't know, dude. It's a toss up between Envy and Envy and United for second. Personally, I'll go Optic. I'll still go United. I mean, Optic, United, Envy, and then Reciprocity. I mean, obviously, you could say I'm biased, but I mean, I'm not. If United's playing like shit, I'm gonna tell you they're playing like shit. I'll be the first one, I promise you. But
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen them play, so I'm gonna assume everything is all right from them. All right.
Dude, honestly,
What's up?
hold on. One last thing for Pooley. My bad. That was my bad. I feel like this pool. I feel like a small percent chance of this happening. Like, what if a three-way tie happens between Envy, Reciprocity, and United? I feel like that could happen.
You know, bro, if there was a pool that's gonna
I
happen,
had that feeling.
I think it would be this one. Yeah.
Pool death, literally.
Yeah, I think it would be this one.
Especially if the United's not playing
You know
well.
what happens? I'd
But
say
what
like
happens? What happens in the pool though?
Three-way tie between Envy, Reciprocity, and United.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
could happen.
I think it could definitely happen. Okay.
Of course.
All right. So overall, all right. I'm gonna go right here. Everybody's top four. Carl, I'm starting with you. Top four at Vegas, or Jesus, Fort Worth. Top four Fort Worth right now. Go.
Object. And I think LG. I think LG makes it. I'd say Optic, LG, Splice, and United, just because of the talent.
Okay, Flea, I'm gonna need you to lean forward because I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
Thank you.
And
Lamb will go to you next.
Ooh. Top.
The fuck?
Okay. Number one. Yeah, let me get this out of there first before I say anything. If you're playing Optic in the grand finals, you're getting second, and Optic's getting first. So first is most likely Optic.
Okay.
second. Let's see, what are the brackets? Because okay, I'd say second would be LG,
Okay.
and then
A lot of love for LG.
100T,
Okay.
and then EU or Spice.
Whoa.
Okay. A lot of love for LG so far. Fleet, what's up with it, bro?
Alright. Alright.
Gen-
I'm gonna be the one. Alright. I'm gonna be the one to say it. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be the one. Alright. My number one. Alright. Alright. LG is taking Fort Worth. Alright.
I'll be back. I gotta go
They're beat-
leave real fast.
Yo, I gotta go.
Taking Fort Worth. Alright. Optics getting second. United's getting third. And 100 Thieves getting fourth.
Okay.
Yo.
They played them in the grand finals.
Listen, but listen. Think about it. Think about it. Optic is very vulnerable if Dashi doesn't play as like his top form.
True.
Dashy's
If
fucking
Dashi doesn't
Bruce.
show up for one map,
Arsenal control.
all I Dashi makes that team a championship team, and that is a fact. So he just doesn't play as well as he should. Then I mean,
MVP Bruce.
When have we seen Dashy play bad? I mean, even if he plays bad, you have fucking Scump on the team. You have Scump, TJ, and Karma.
I mean, Scum's kind of ass if the system isn't
Three
working.
crackheads
as a whole.
themselves.
Okay, so
It's well in a system that's made like around him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, Scump doesn't do well when you just tell him to do shit.
Yep.
To be honest, so that's what happened in World
Optic-
War II. Got fucking smoked.
Okay. All right. So, top four. My top four. Optic's gonna win it. 100 Thieves is gonna get second.
That's what I was gonna say to Rob. I respect that. I respect that.
Nick shot in the chat.
Yo, that would be lit.
Hold up, bro. You gotta give me a second. I don't want to forget anybody. 100 Thieves getting second. I think Splice is fantastic at getting third place, so I'm gonna give Splice third, and then either Envy or Red are getting fourth.
Whoa, Envy or Red.
Envy
You
or,
said Red!
Envy or Red are getting fourth place. That's just
Coming, mom.
Yo.
you gotta tell. You
Carl
gotta
just
tell.
bought a new house, bro. He doesn't need this shit in his life right now, bro.
Telling you, somebody's got to throw it out of this, bro. We keep looking at the top four. When was the last event that the top four teams from a previous event or from the Pro League all got top four?
Huh?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
You said
I
what?
don't
What
think-
happened, Rob?
What? I didn't say the top four of last event was gonna make the top four of this event.
What did you say?
I said the top three.
Oh, you said top three. Okay,
I
yeah,
said
you threw 100 Thieves in there,
See,
right?
LG, Optic, United, 100
Okay,
Thieves.
gotcha. But I just don't. I think events are way too random. I think this game is very, very, very day to day, and I think it's going to be hard for. United could possibly do well in groups. I don't know if they're going to have it in them. If they start losing, a couple early rounds. If they go into losers round one, that's it. That's it. If they get bottom two in their
Stop you
pool,
right there, Rob.
that's it.
I feel like United, if they end up in the losers bracket, I feel like they can definitely make a run. But
Nope.
if they get losers round one right away, they're not getting to the grand finals. They're getting fourth. You're getting fourth, and they're losing to the team that plays in the grand finals.
Yes, I just
I would Rob.
don't.
You put United in the bottom two of the division, they go straight to losers bracket. They're getting smoked. They're getting top 12. They're getting top 6.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're not.
Well, let me stop you right there for a second, because
They're not a good losers bracket team. It's been shown.
Thank you.
Countless times.
I'm telling you, bro.
he,
Who's trying to put
Um,
$1 on it?
like, if United does go into losers bracket, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they would get smacked in losers bracket, but you know, there's always that one chance where they play every game close, they get to game 5, and get to round 11 and somehow win it.
Okay.
Last year. I mean, but
Who's putting $1 on it, bro? Who's putting $1? Who's betting me $1 my top 4 isn't right?
depends on who shows
I'm
up.
gonna double. I'm
honestly.
gonna double down and go Envy at 4. Optic, 100 Thieves, Splice, Envy. That's your top 4.
Well, who can't do that much?
What if Heritage
But
get
I,
top 2?
I'll put
I
5
say
on
Splice
that,
in my
bro.
top 4, because I think Splice is gonna come out in the winners bracket, but in the winners bracket they're gonna play like an Optic first round. And they're gonna
Hold on.
They're gonna play a crazy team first round. It's smoked.
They
They
cannot
play
play Optic
United or
first round.
Optic, they're getting smoked.
You know, y'all are bugging.
Splice ends up.
If they play Genji or Heretics, they probably have a chance. But I don't think playing 100 Thieves.
Splice plays.
100 Thieves is not top 2.
Doesn't Pool A top
Fourth.
2?
If you're on place, you're in 100 Thieves as a top 2.
Yeah, huh? Up Clay.
Take Splice out of the Pro League and 100 Thieves is the top 2.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
So that pretty much.
Nameless. I got LG winning Fort Worth.
Nameless Junior. All right.
That's respectable.
Any closing thoughts on the roster changes or Fort Worth?
I got one thing.
Let's hear it.
Midnight would have won this event if they kept the roster.
Whoa.
Ah, here we go.
Hello? Hello?
Midnight would have won.
Yep.
Hello?
Like,
Am I the right call?
No!
would've
You're winning.
won.
And Parzellian takes the ring. But you know what? The owners of Midnight are dumb.
Zillion takes the ring. What is he talking? They're winning champs.
I mean, the trophy. My bad.
This fool said Midnight's winning champs, yo.
I
Okay.
did not say that. I
Who's
meant they were winning for.
Okay. Anybody else before we kind of wrap things up?
E6 getting top 8.
All right. Worth noting.
You only have to beat eight other teams.
Worth noting for anybody that plays Call of Duty, that enjoys Call of Duty, MWR, if you haven't seen and you live under a rock, Modern Warfare Remastered is now free to play on PS4. Go out, make sure you at least add it to your library. Game is ass, worst COD ever made, but
Oh my God.
I mean, if you want to play it, you want to be an idiot. I mean, I added it to my library. God knows why, because I probably won't play it, and if I do, I'll want to shoot myself. But so I throw that out there. I don't, unless you guys got any. I don't know if you guys want to throw questions at me or whatever. I don't know if you guys have a fire. We don't really have a firing range for this week because there's not really a whole lot to talk. If you guys got any questions, throw them at me, I guess.
All right, who's your bottom 4 at Fort Worth?
Bottom 4 at Fort Worth? I think that's fairly obvious. Accelerate Denial, E6. Accelerate
Whoa.
Denial, E6. Midnight.
What?
Yeah,
Midnight.
you just dropped the ball.
Rob,
What's up, brother?
who do you think, performance-wise, is the most disappointing team so far?
Disappointing team?
Yes. Like smack your forehead disappointing.
I mean,
E6, fucking trash.
you could say EG, but for me, it's gotta be Envy, bro.
Whoa.
Envy from last year, winning champs, adding who is absolutely a top 3 player in the game this year. You're adding Hook. You should be a better team than you are, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Silly's been performing like he should. Apathy and Assault need to pick it up. They played their potential. They are absolutely a top 4 team in the game. I think they've been underperforming. I think they've been a huge disappointment so far, but they can only get better.
I'm gonna stop right there, Rob. I feel like Envy's gonna perform well this event. Honestly.
He just said their top
I
4.
picked them in my top 4, but I mean,
You didn't. Didn't.
yeah, I did.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. I had my headset on the floor because I heard some bull.
Okay.
Alright, so, Rob,
What's up?
a list of the top 3 scummiest orgs in COD
COD history?
up to date in the last 3 years.
3 years? God, I don't even remember last fucking 3 years, Flea.
Okay, so I mean, list all the scums in order from this year. Then
I mean, EXG, Midnight.
go. I'm putting Denial last. Just fuck Denial.
My God. No, bro.
The
EXG,
players is all I gotta say.
EXG, Midnight. I don't even know. I don't even know who you put. I don't know, honestly. So,
United got him.
all right.
Probably XL Esports. XL Gaming.
Sports is a really good answer.
All right. Any more questions?
Let me think of one real quick, Rob.
Yo, which team do you think got better
Which team?
through all these roster changes?
Team that got better the most.
Team that got, the team that's most improved.
You gotta say Accelerate.
I got a question.
Absolutely gotta say Accelerate, bro. I mean, Brack and Jet Li coming over from a top 3 team in their division. I mean, you still got Profizi, who's been one of their better players. Emery's is okay. And then Skies, I don't know really what to expect from Skies, but it's got to be Midnight. Or, I'm sorry, it's got to be Accelerate.
All right, Rob. Do you see Barzillion getting into a top team by next year?
I said on record, I don't know if this is on the podcast, but I think, Flea, you probably remember me talking about that Barzillion should be on a top 8 or top 6 team in this year.
Mm.
I think he should definitely be on a top 8 team regardless, which he was at the time with Midnight. But he deserves to be on the top 6 team. I don't know who he replaces. If it's honestly, bro, okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. If Envy, if Assault continues to underperform, I know Ake's got that whole relationship with him, but it would not shock me to see Barzillion go to Envy.
That would actually be
that would not surprise me.
That would make them a top 14.
I think that makes them a better. I don't know overall. I mean, we've seen Assault. You've seen Assault's potential. So I don't know 100%, but overall, I think that could make them a better team, bro. I think.
Imagine if Barzillion with Envoy, Brack, Jet Li, and Alma. That'd be a nasty roster.
Oh wow. I guess we'll have to maybe they'll team next year,
Top
bro.
2 potential.
Yeah, I bet they would have went 6-0 in the PLQ, and then went like 5-2 in the Pro League.
They're getting second, probably.
Probably. Okay.
But yeah.
All right. So after that, any closing thought? We already did closing thoughts. I'm a moron. Haha. Don't worry about it.
No. I get to talk about one question you were asked.
Okay. Go.
All right.
Uh,
You said the best team that made a change. The best who got better.
Mm-hmm.
what?
Hey,
Wait.
it's on my heart. YU got better.
UYU made a one-person switch. Accelerate did a full roster overhaul and added 2 players from a top 3 team in their division.
Do you even think any of those people on that team have talked to each other?
No, but has anybody talked to anybody before they've ever teamed with them?
Yeah.
Whoa. Rob just blew my mind.
I mean, Midnight just picked up the whole girls roster.
I think.
I don't know, dude. I think you like that one person swap. Like a top fucking 18 to a top 16. Well, Accelerate just became a top 16 team to a top 16
I just
team.
think that's painful. I think that's painfully delusional.
They went top 8 to top 6. Accelerate went from top 16 to top 16.
Carl, is your mic muted in Skype?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
It hasn't been the whole podcast.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
Subscribe with a tier 3 sub.
Sub. Got a puff fun time.
Oh shit. Okay, but yeah. I mean that's I'm having a stroke. What is happening?
Yo, Lamb, you're freaking me out with the whole lighter under the jewel thing, bro.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm lighting up the L.
But that that's pretty much gonna wrap things up this week for us. Discussed a good bit of Rostermania, Garo new predictions, heading into Fort Worth. Make sure to follow everybody on Twitter. We were a day late this week. Had some issues yesterday, scheduling issues. But 6 p.m. Eastern every Saturday. We will be here. Don't forget to tune in. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week. MWR is terrible.
Back.